This officer just ran over an innocent civilian, killing her on the spot, and here is his co-worker trying to justify his actions.
He's going 50. That's not out of control. That's not reckless for a trained driver. But she is dead. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
But sadly, this isn't the first time cops get exposed like this on camera. But let's start with the case of this female cop who made fun of a mentally ill woman after threatening to tase her, all without knowing her partner's body cam was on.
I'm gonna kick this door down and rip you out of there. I love my job.
When Tulsa police arrived at a store in response to a 911 call, they learned a woman had locked herself in a bathroom and was refusing to come out. The person inside was 70-year-old LaDonna Paris, who was experiencing a severe mental health crisis.
Tulsa police, can you open the door? LaDonna, can you open the door?
Well, no.
So we don't want to bust down this door.
That's not nice. It's just not nice.
Okay, well, so if you don't open the door, we're gonna have to bust it down, okay?
Oh, why would you do that? I'm not doing anything to you. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that to me?
So they want you off this property.
Not like that.
Mm-hmm. We have like a crisis team, but they're busy right now. They like handle like mental health.
The store manager was within his rights to ask her to leave, and her continued refusal technically constituted trespassing, but with such a mentally unstable woman involved, the responding officers had every reason to prioritize de-escalation and patience. Unfortunately, that's not what the arriving officer had in mind when she arrived on the scene with an aggressive demeanor and immediately escalated the situation.
How about let's get this out of here, because that's not good. It's just spraying air freshener. Look, you can see it. At any point in time, we gotta be ready for her to open that door and be ready to fight, because she seems pretty. The property owners want you to leave. They said that you're banned, so if you come out and leave,
What have I done?
because you won't come out of the bathroom, they want you to leave.
I have diarrhea and vomiting. Is that a sin?
They said you've been here for 4 hours.
Well, time flies when we're having fun.
Either you can come out and leave, or you can come out and go to jail. So you get to choose.
I tell you what, I will come out and leave.
Wonderful. That would be great. If you could come out and leave, we would greatly appreciate that.
Get an LH and ask him to escort me out.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'm not getting LH. Yeah, you've been here since 11. So either you leave on your own.
You better not do it.
Hit you with the Lysol. She's gonna hit you.
As the officer continued to mock and laugh about the mentally ill woman in crisis, unaware that her colleagues' body cam were capturing every word, but they do have a way to solve this problem peacefully, after LaDonna repeatedly stated she would leave willingly if the store manager personally asked her to go. However, the problem is that she isn't on site, so the cops came up with an alternative.
Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away, get away, get away.
I love my job. You guys are gonna need new air freshener. I hope you don't mind. Okay, it's unlocked. I can feel like the tension from her hand just holding it.
It literally just bars through.
Yeah,
Once she runs out of air freshener.
Yeah, once she runs out. Once
If I get sprayed in the eye,
eye.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Funny? I'm not laughing. Why are you?
Because I want you to leave, and I gave you the chance. You come out on your own, or you go to jail.
At that point, the officers learned that LaDonna had an aerosol can and a cigarette lighter inside the bathroom with her. The officer immediately declared that the 70-year-old woman intended to set the store on fire and treated it as an imminent threat, despite no evidence that LaDonna had made any such threat or attempt. But as serious as this is becoming, the officer seems to be enjoying herself a bit too much.
I'm gonna kick this door down and rip you out of there.
Jesus.
This is just what I wanted for the first damn call today. God
No
dang it.
kidding.
Hey, someone needs to use the restroom. Can you open the door for them to use the restroom?
Okay, yes, the cops are trying to kill me here. Can you believe this happening?
I don't even know what this lady looks like. Is she white?
I have no idea.
What are you doing? Is that
As the officer's current approach is clearly failing and only escalating the situation further, things are about to get even uglier the moment she threatens to deploy her taser.
So you're gonna get pepper sprayed, and that's gonna be a good time. So just to let you know, either you open the door or you get pepper sprayed.
Can you even like get it cracked, honestly?
Yeah, right there. See, it's cracked plenty
Oh
enough
yeah,
right
we
here.
could.
Like, yeah, and just spray right here.
and it's going to be a lot of blood here. There's going to be a lot of blood. You're going to be blowing your damn self up. That's what's going to happen. That's exactly
She needs to go to jail for arson. She's trying to start a fire.
LA's they're trying to kill me.
You're gonna have to shoot me. No, we're gonna have to go hands on and throw you to the ground. Cause
Don't knock my soul.
Finally.
now Now it's about time.
As reinforcements arrive at the scene, it looks like the officer is about to get her wish and finally get her hands on LaDonna, but it's only moments after another officer arrives that they are finally coming face to face with LaDonna.
Okay, so what's the plan? Gonna bust it then spray, or we're gonna bust it then go hands on? Because we're gonna have to go hands on. She's already like threatened.
Okay, so let's just go hands on and
not get a seat.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
You ready?
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, what are you doing that to me? Stop it. Stop it. You're hurting me. Okay, I'll go to jail. Get your hands out of my pants.
Okay.
That is so nasty.
Yeah, this was unnecessary.
You're right.
We didn't have to do any of this.
And I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
Holy shit.
Can we clean up the blood? This is not right. It's not right, sir. This is not right.
I said sit down. Sit down.
I will. You're hurting me. Please don't hurt me.
When the footage and behavior of this arrest went viral, it caused outrage. But although the police department said the officers' conduct was highly unprofessional, no action was taken against anyone involved in the case. But that case is nothing compared to this next case where cops were caught for stealing thousands of dollars of property from an innocent man.
Hold on, don't come down here.
The officers were tasked with gathering the residents' belongings during the execution of an eviction notice, with the items meant to be secured and returned to the owner at a later time. Constable Curtis Traylor Harris and Deputy LaQuenda Banks were among those assisting with the eviction, but instead they chose to pocket valuable watches and jewelry for themselves. In an attempt to conceal what they were doing, they tried to disable their body cameras, but in Deputy Banks' case, she accidentally activated hers when she thought she was switching it off, capturing the incriminating actions on video.
Hold on, don't come down here.
Yeah.
Let me see. Put him in my shirt. Hold on. Hey, gamble.
Oh, we got some cocaine.
Oh.
Yeah, everything here.
Hold on. Yeah, sheriff's office. Some more money.
This situation is far more like a burglary than a legitimate eviction. For law enforcement to participate in an eviction, the landlord must first secure a court-issued writ of possession, also known as a writ of restitution, which grants the tenant a specific grace period, typically several days, to voluntarily vacate the premises. Only if the tenant fails to leave within that time frame do officers become involved, stepping in solely to oversee the removal of belongings and ensure the process is carried out properly.
Hey, open your, open. I need to go in your car for me.
Sure.
I need to go in your car for me.
Just think of something.
Come on. I gotta put something in there. Let's just put something in there.
Who's that?
I gotta put something in there.
Okay.
I'm good.
What you got?
Some shit in your pocket. I can leave it.
Just sit in the driver's seat. Sit in the driver's seat. Take it out. You turn the car back on.
Alright.
What's the cash at?
Oh, he got that.
At this stage, these officers have absolutely no legal authority to justify their conduct. While law enforcement personnel are permitted to remove personal belongings during the execution of an eviction, they are strictly required to adhere to established legal protocols for the proper storage, inventory, and potential disposal or return of the property. Here, however, the footage shows them selectively taking only items of obvious value. Combined with the casual and incriminating tone of their conversations, their actions are entirely devoid of any legitimate basis, but it's what they say and do in the moments that follow that ultimately seals their downfall.
That's the pistol. Okay. What is it? This is shit I bought last night. Pistol. I think Sure would hate to sanitize it. still in here? You found something else? Oakley glasses. I put all that in Derek's car. Okay. Some more.
With a gallon of weed, cocaine.
They want to know when they can come in and start moving.
When we done.
He said, "Oh, can y'all stay?" I said the 2 hours I guess will start whenever they come in to move. That's her purse. Look in it. Probably got some dope.
Not only did these officers look through the tenant's belongings and pocket whatever valuables they desired, but they went further by rifling through her purse without any consent, warrant, or probable cause. After helping themselves to the items, they eventually allowed the tenants back into the property to retrieve their remaining personal effects. Roughly a week later, the property owner filed a formal theft report, which triggered an internal investigation that uncovered the accidentally recorded body camera footage. In December 2022, Constable Curtis Traylor Harris was convicted of theft by a public servant, sentenced to 5 years of probation, and ordered to pay a $10,000 fine. Deputy LaQuenda Banks, on the other hand, negotiated a plea deal that reduced her charge to a misdemeanor, allowing her to avoid jail time. Both officers were ultimately terminated from the department. Nobody likes bad cops, so it's even more satisfying when a good cop takes one down, which is exactly what happened in this next case. On the morning of January 14, 2021, a resident of Harnett County, North Carolina, reported her dirt bike stolen. What followed was a chain of events that tragically resulted in an innocent 14-year-old boy being treated like a criminal.
Okay. Do me a favor, man. Go and put your hands behind your back for me, okay?
16 days after the dirt bike was reported stolen, it suddenly appeared for sale on Facebook Marketplace. The owner spotted the listing and arranged a meeting with the seller, intending to confront the thief and recover the bike. However, when they arrived at the agreed location, they were met by 14-year-old Malcolm, who indeed had possession of the dirt bike. The owner went along with the pretense, agreeing to the sale and telling Malcolm they needed to go to an ATM to withdraw the cash, when in reality they were calling 911 to report the stolen property. The critical issue here was that Malcolm was entirely innocent, as he had purchased the dirt bike in good faith from the actual thief, completely unaware that it was stolen. Given his young age, it's easy to imagine his shock and confusion when he suddenly found himself handcuffed and placed in the back of a police car.
Okay, what's your name? Malcolm?
Yes.
What's your last name? Malcolm Ziegler?
Yeah.
Okay, you got your ID on you?
No, I do not.
Okay.
But that wasn't us riding. We haven't rode it all this week.
Where do you stay? You stay here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't rode it all today. He literally just came by here.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy running down the street?
That's his friend. They stay somewhere up there.
Okay. Do me a favor, man. Go and put your hands behind your back for me, okay?
That's what I did.
You're in possession of a stolen motor vehicle.
What?
Diggs, you want to go and verify that for me?
What?
Do me a favor, man. Just come to my car right over here, okay?
What the? Can I get the bill of sale and show you that I bought it?
Yeah. We'll get all that taken care of, man. But what I need to do is just hang tight for me right here, okay?
The responding officer proceeded to place Malcolm under arrest without conducting any verification of the facts whatsoever. He made no effort to determine whether Malcolm was knowingly in possession of stolen property and devoted zero time to listening to the boy's explanation or side of the story.
Well, I'm going to work on getting you out of those soon, okay? Just keep cooperating with me. I appreciate it. And we'll get everything squared away.
I don't.
Okay. And sir,
I can try to find the bill of sale. I have
sir,
a lot of
and I'm not saying that you stole it. Right now, what we've got is we just got a stolen motor vehicle. We're not saying that you stole the vehicle. Okay, I'm not saying that at all. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But it still is a crime to be in possession of a stolen motor vehicle.
The officer asserted that it was illegal to possess a stolen vehicle, a statement that holds true in many scenarios under North Carolina law, where knowingly receiving or possessing stolen goods can indeed constitute a crime, but not in this case. The key element here is that the offense of possessing stolen property requires that the individual either knew or had reasonable grounds to believe the item was stolen. But in Malcolm's case, he bought the dirt bike in good faith, with a bill of sale and no awareness of its stolen status. This made his detention not only unwarranted, but potentially a serious violation of his rights, making the arrest highly questionable and unlawful.
So he's talking with your dad right now.
I can tell you. I can show you if you can go on. You can go on my phone. I can show you exactly what I bought.
Okay.
We met at the Lillington Presbyterian Church.
Okay.
If you know what that is.
Okay.
Lillington Presbyterian Church.
Well, your dad's coming over here right now.
It was about 8:30 when we met.
Hey, how you doing, sir? Hey,
Dad, I need that bill of sale.
Reason all this is going down, that vehicle's been entered as stolen into National Crime Information Center. Do you have the bill of sale by any chance, sir?
I don't know where it is. It's either in my room or in the garage.
You gotta tell me where it is, Malcolm. I saw y'all sign it, but what did you do?
As Malcolm's father tries to find proof his son bought the bike legally, 2 other responding officers begin to voice their concerns over what is happening.
Hey, is he detained or 1095?
From what I heard, 1095, and that was before I even verified the VIN.
Okay.
But
that's my first thing I asked.
That's what now I'm not 100% certain, but I believe I heard essentially 1095 before I was even able to verify the VIN.
Eventually, one of them decides to intervene.
Hey,
is he detained or is he?
He's detained right now because he's 14.
He's 14.
Yes.
Okay.
So I already explained to him he's detained right now. I told him that.
So why is he detained?
Because that's a stolen motor vehicle.
Okay. So
I mean, Diggs verified the VIN number, right?
Is that before all that you verified before you?
I detained him and then we verified.
That's why I asked if he was 1095 or detained.
He's detained.
Okay. So obviously he's a juvenile, right?
Yeah.
You're not charging him with larceny of a.
Nope.
Okay, because obviously that didn't happen.
Yep.
So worst you have is what?
Possession of a stolen motor vehicle.
Which is you gonna think you get secure custody and all that?
Probably not.
Or a petition. All right. You're 14. Me personally, you ain't going nowhere. You're here with what, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no sense having him sit in the car with handcuffs on.
Okay.
You ain't. If he was 18, and you might be taken to jail for possession of stolen property.
Right.
Different. But you ain't gonna take him to jail, right? It's gonna be a petition.
Mm-hmm.
The officer clearly demonstrates a solid understanding of the law as he calmly explains the key distinctions between detaining an adult and a juvenile in such situations. After urging his colleague to carefully reconsider the approach, the initial arresting officer finally relents and comes to his senses, recognizing the error. Upon his release, Malcolm was able to locate the receipt and bill of sale for the dirt bike, providing clear proof of his good faith purchase, and with that, no charges were filed and no further action was taken against him. However, his family later released a press conference where they asked for police reform in the wake of another juvenile suffering mistreatment at the hands of law enforcement. But for the next case we've all been waiting for, where a cop forgot to turn off his body cam and made some truly disgusting comments after his colleague hit and killed a civilian.
I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead.
This is Officer Daniel Otterer laughing and joking about a young woman who was innocently killed by police. The body cam footage was recorded the day after a traffic incident in Seattle in which a woman in her 20s was struck and killed by a police vehicle. The officer driving the car was responding to a high priority call and was traveling at over 70 miles per hour. While the crash itself was a tragic accident, the footage shows a disturbing lack of respect for the life that was lost.
I'm sure, he was good. He says, well, normally we don't give voluntary statements. And I said, hey, you're going to have to decide if you wanted to give a statement or not, but it does not seem like there's a criminal investigation going on. He's going 50. That's not out of control. That's not reckless for a trained driver. Initially, he said she was in a crosswalk. There's a witness that says, no, she wasn't, but that witness could be different because I don't think she was thrown 40 feet either.
Even though the incident was nothing more than an accident, the officer involved was required to undergo a drug test which was administered by Officer Otterer. When body cam footage recorded the following day was later uncovered by a Seattle Police Department employee, Otterer was heard making deeply disturbing comments.
I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead. No, it's a regular person. Yeah, just write a check. Yeah, look, $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
Officer Otterer tried to defend his comments, saying that they were intended to mock the lawyers who'd been involved in the case. His fate remains unknown at this time, but the last we heard he had been pulled off duty and it was recommended that he be fired. If you enjoy true crime videos like this, make sure you're subscribed and leave a comment with what you want to see next.